Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. Today, we're plunging into the pages of Towers of Midnight, a world really teetering right on the edge. The last battle is looming. So our mission today is to pull apart some pivotal moments, look at the deeply personal struggles of, key figures navigating this whole tumultuous era.
Yeah, prophecies unfolding, old enemies crawling back out.
Exactly. And new leaders being forged. Really intense stuff.
And what makes this source material so great, I think, is that character focus. You really get to see how these huge, world-shattering events impact individuals and how their choices, even small ones, ripple outwards, affecting nations, armies. It's not just grand strategy, it's personal.
Right, the human cost. So with that in mind, let's start with Perrin Aybara, a guy who deep down just wants to be a blacksmith.
Yeah, just wants that simple life. But, well, Destiny has other plans, big plans.
And he finds himself grappling with these huge responsibilities.
And it's that internal struggle that's so fascinating, the battle between his human side and, the wolf within.
You see it in really small things, don't you? Like how he eats.
Exactly. Should he use utensils or just grab the meat? He even thinks how much easier it'd be to just rip off chunks.
Huh. And Hopper, the wolf? He's confused by things of men.
Totally. It just throws that internal conflict into sharp relief.
Yeah.
Perrin's living in two worlds.
And that ties right into his connection with Tel'aran'rhiod, the wolf dream, that shared reality.
He's learning to navigate it, which is incredibly dangerous.
He even demands Hopper teach him. Teach me to master this place.
Yeah, taking control.
What?
But what's the cost of that kind of power? That connection?
It's immense. We see him facing these terrifying fear dreams.
And then losing Hopper in the wolf dream. That's just tragic, utterly heartbreaking.
Leaves him screaming, feeling completely blind to what the enemy's doing.
He had to stand on his own then. Really understand his own power through that loss.
And you mentioned his reluctance earlier. It's so clear. He tries to burn the blasted wolf head banner.
He really, really doesn't want that title, that responsibility.
But he is leading. He's managing this huge refugee camp. You've got Two Rivers folk, mercenaries, ale.
All crammed together. It's a powder keg.
How does he even hold that together, especially being so reluctant?
Well, almost by accident, really. Through sheer necessity.
Yeah.
And competence. But the big test, the thing that really forces his hand, is the confrontation with the Children of the Light.
Ah, yes. Galad de Modred and Bayar.
Right. It leads to that trial, where his past actions in the Two Rivers killing Whitecloaks.
In that frenzied, without control state.
Exactly. It all comes out. And then Morgacy, Galad's mother, is the judge.
Such a brilliant, unexpected layer of complexity.
Totally impartial, in theory. Amazing drama.
And all the while, there's this bubble of evil messing everything up. Food spoiling, weapons turning.
Yeah, the land itself feels wrong, like it's just a few steps away from the blight.
The Perrin's hammer, it's immune.
Which feels significant, doesn't it? Almost symbolic.
Definitely. And it leads right into that shadow ambush. Trollocs, Myrddraal appearing out of the fog.
But they're confused by those light globes from Grady and Nield. Brilliant move.
And Perrin sees his chance. He charges to help Galad.
The very man who is putting him on trial. Despite everything.
That says so much about his growing sense of duty.
It's the moment, I think, where he finally accepts it. He's wielding the hammer of a king, not just a blacksmith's hammer. He's found his path, even if he didn't want it.
Okay, so from Perrin's reluctant leadership, let's pivot to Kimlin, another kind of high-stakes game entirely. We've got Queen Elayne Trakand.
Ah, Elayne. Unlike Perrin, she is eager for power. Very ambitious.
She's aiming for the sun throne of Cairhien, right? Not just Andor.
Exactly. Wants to knit us all together, form that unified front for Tarmanghaidon.
And she's pretty calculating about it, managing the nobles.
Oh, yeah. Even using, well, basically bribery. Giving Andoran land to Cairhien and nobles to get them on board.
She even admits she's counting on making enemies to unite people against them.
It's ruthless pragmatism, isn't it? A very modern feel to her politics. She's a strategist.
And while all this is going on, she has this massive secret.
The twins, yes. Add such a layer of personal vulnerability.
Worrying about swearing oaths while pregnant? How the nobles will react? Does she seem torn about hiding it?
She's definitely weighing the risks. But the political goals, that unity for the last battle, seem paramount.
It's fascinating, and she's also involved in developing new tech. These dragons.
Right. Which are actually artillery, Eludra's creation, bronze tubes, black powder.
A real shift towards, modern warfare in this fantasy world.
Absolutely. And she's trying to copy Matt's Foxhead medallion, too. That anti-power ter'angreal.
Speaking of Matt, Let's shift to him. He's wandering Camelin.
Trying to keep a low profile.
Like usual.
Listen for rumors. Avoid trouble.
Which never works for Matt, does it? He's already spooked by those bloody pictures of him and remembering Hinderstap.
Where the paving stones attacked people. Only Matt.
So what trouble finds him this time?
Big trouble. He gets dragged into hunting the golem.
Oh, right. That creature. Terrifying. Drinks blood. Shrugs off the one power.
Exactly. Killed Tylan, Elysian, Matsreed arms. It's personal.
And his fox head medallion becomes key, right? His only real defense.
It is. And it ultimately plays a role in, well, in him losing his eye. To save Moiraine.
Which brings us to the Tower of Genjay. What a wild, dangerous place.
Robert's alien. Matt, Tom, and Noel go in there to rescue Moiraine.
Tied to that whole game of snakes and foxes, the Elfin and Eelfin.
Creatures that feed on emotions demand a price for everything.
It really makes you ask, how far would you go for a friend?
And Matt goes all the way. It's not just to rescue. It's him cleverly manipulating this weird, ancient system using his luck.
Which isn't just luck, is it? It's more fundamental.
Seems like it. He uses it to navigate those shifting corridors. Insists on bringing fire, which is a huge no-no for the Eelfin.
And pays that terrible price, losing his eye.
To save Moiraine and get that prophecy answer, give up half the light of the world to save the world. Heavy stuff.
And Noel, his sacrifice.
Yeah. Matt insists he's the hero. It adds this layer of heartbreak, but also shows Matt's own growth. Taking responsibility.
Okay, from Camelin's schemes and the tower's dangers, let's turn to the White Tower itself. Egwene Alver, the young Amyrlin Seat, really shaking things up.
Shaking things up is an understatement, especially considering how she got there.
Right, captured, beaten every day, dosed with fork root so she could barely channel.
Incredibly resilience. And now she's showing this amazing strategic mind.
Yeah.
That idea, never use a boulder when a pebble will do.
Applying that to breaking the Oath Rod's hold, how does that work?
It's about finding the simplest leverage point, the smallest crack in the tradition, rather than a full frontal assault. Very clever.
And she's using that cleverness to hunt dark friends in the tower, specifically Masana.
Yeah, she's convinced Masana, one of the Forsaken, is still hiding there, so she sets this trap.
A fake meeting in Tel'aran'rhiod.
Exactly. A decoy. With hidden watchers and using a dream spike to control the gateways, trap Masana inside.
That dream spike sounds powerful. Controlling traveling like that.
Yeah, very powerful. And it raises questions about control, doesn't it? Egwene, despite being young, is asserting serious authority, even over the wise ones.
Negotiating with them about Terran Brial? Training.
Officially recognizing their claims, but secretly planning to bind them with lace instead of steel bands. Subtle control. Long-term strategy.
And then there's Nynaeve, always passionate, always loyal, worried, sick about Lawn.
Yeah, and struggling a bit with Egwene being Amyrlin given their past friendship.
We also get reminded of her own awful testing for the shawl, those hallucinations, the physical pain.
Brutal tests.
Yeah.
And the way Lan's bond was just sort of forced onto her.
Powerful stuff. And it highlights her own limitations too, right? Like not being able to heal the effects of that bubble of evil and terror.
Exactly. Even with Sadean cleanse, some damage seems permanent. Shows how dire things are getting. The dynamic between Egwene, Nynaeve, Siwan, it's fascinating. Power, loyalty, tradition, all clashing.
Okay, from the tower's intricate politics, let's move to the biggest stage, destiny itself. Rand al'Thor, the dragon reborn, and Landman Dragrin.
Two men facing their fates head-on. Lan's journey first. It's bleak.
Riding into the blight, towards the Seven Towers.
Yeah. The air stinks. He's basically accepted he's going to die. Just grim determination.
But Bulin joins him, his old companion.
A real testament to the loyalty Lan inspires. Defying the blight itself to ride with him.
And Lan is all about his oath, his honor. He refuses to raise the Golden Crane banner.
Stubbornly refuses. Until Nynaeve basically forces him, takes his bond, rallies Malkyr in his name.
He feels that love and frustration through the bond, right? As he finally has to declare, the Golden Crane flies for Tarman Gaedon.
Goosebump moment. A king accepting his duty, finally.
And then Rand. He's carrying so much weight.
Immense pressure. Describes having weights upon his shoulders, often that cold anger.
He's fixed the channeling sickness, but he's still intimidating. A figure of fear as much as hope.
Definitely. And you see his controversial side when he meets the Borderlander monarchs.
Right. They show up planning to test him, maybe even kill him, based on some old prophecy.
And Rand just shuts them down, threatens him with balefire.
Whoa! Balefire, erasing them from the pattern. That's extreme.
It shows how high the stakes are. No time for games. The last battle is here. But then he apologizes to Huron.
Which is surprising. That moment of humility from the Dragon Reborn.
It shows his change, doesn't it? This leads into him talking about his identity.
That powerful line. I may be him now, but he was always me. I'm me, and I always have been me.
He's integrated Lews Therin, but he's still Rand. He credits being raised better for his control.
And his ultimate goal now, breaking the seals.
Yeah, breaking the remaining seals on the Darkwind's prison. A terrifying gamble, but maybe the only way to end it for good.
Okay, let's quickly touch on some other critical threads. Avienda's journey back to Rudian.
Right. Rudian's different now. The mists are gone. It's exposed. Those glass pillars.
Where she learns she has a talent for identifying Terra Angriel.
Exactly. And the visions inside. They show this brutal Ale past, but also the Sharon culture. Short-lived kings, the Ayad channelers enforcing harsh laws.
Gives context to the Ale and maybe a warning.
Could be. And speaking of warnings, the Black Tower situation looks really bad.
Mazrim Tame, the Mahale, ruling with an iron fist.
Yeah, Andril is watching, loyal to Logan, seeing the chaos, Tame's brutal punishments, deep visions there.
And that dream spike again, trapping Ashaman inside.
Turning the Black Tower into a cage, basically. They can't travel out. The men are looking for evidence against Tame. It feels like it's about to explode into civil war among the male channelers.
Another front opening up, and then there's the Shan-Chan, always looming.
Their Empress has a new plan. A full-on invasion of the White Tower itself.
Using domain trained in traveling, that's a game changer.
Huge tactical shift. Makes the tower incredibly vulnerable.
And we also get glimpses of Padan Fane.
Ugh, Fane. Merged with Mordeth now. Just reveling in madness. Preferring human flesh. Pure nightmare fuel.
And the Forsaken are still scheming. Grendel using compulsion.
Trying to control everyone. But she's being subtly manipulated herself. By Moradin. It's this whole insidious hierarchy of evil working in the shadows.
So wrapping this all up, what does it mean for you, listening? We've seen characters under just incredible pressure, internal battles, external wars.
Reluctant leaders, ambitious queens, desperate fighters, powerful channelers. Everyone's being tested, shaped by this approaching storm. The stakes just keep getting higher.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does. It raises that big question. In a world like this, where heroes are sometimes forged in madness and villains prey on weakness, what does victory even look like?
And what sacrifices are still to come? We saw Matt lose an eye, Noel give his life.
What else might be demanded before the end? And is individual choice even real, or are they all just pieces in the pattern?
So here's a final thought for you to mull over. If the pattern weaves everything, are these people truly making choices? Or are they just playing out roles in some grand, inescapable design?
And maybe how much of their strength comes from fighting that design versus how much comes from finally accepting their part in it. Something to think about.